Hi, it's Don, and as you can see, we have a brand new countdown dealie here, and I'm going to have to do something about the NBC chimes there. We were supposed to have some music, but apparently the music's not coming up, so I just want to let you know that we are live and you can actually hear sounds, and we will be doing this in less than 4 minutes. Good evening, everybody. It's me, Don. Welcome to whatever we're doing here. This is the Radio Dawn Network. This is audio only, so you don't have to see my ugly face. It is 9:08 if you're watching this live on a Tuesday. It's the day after Valentine's Day. Glad that's over. We were supposed to do this earlier this afternoon at about 3 o'clock, but stuff happened, and I just, it just took this long for me to get up the courage to do this. I labeled this as a podcast about World War III and a few other things. Um, we kind of seemed to have walked back on all this. For those people who don't know, who are watching this after the fact, and I sincerely hope that we're still around to do that. Uh, the Russians are thinking about invading the Ukraine. There's been a lot of talk about what the United States would do if that would happen. Um, no one is talking about launching any missiles or anything like that, so we're not uh, at the point where it's October 1962 or anything like that. But we are expecting the possibility that if the Russians do decide to pull the trigger, literally speaking, on invading the Ukraine, that there would be sanctions and there would be back and forth cyber wars. So the one thing I did say to people on Twitter was you've got to start backing up everything right now. The stuff that's on your computer, you need to back it up right now. Your address book that you have online, you need to back it up right now and put it on a flash drive or uh, a portable SSD or something that's not online that can't be touched by viruses and things like that. So that's the first thing you need to do. Past that, we're getting to a point where I haven't felt like this since when I was younger in October of 1962. I was, I think, about 7 or 8. And I remember going to bed that night. I was living in Lawton, Oklahoma, and the largest training facility in the United States, Army facility, I think that's what they said it was. Fort Sill, Oklahoma, was pretty much down the street from where I was. And you can imagine that any military facility would be the first thing that the nukes would strike. So basically, I went to sleep wondering if I was going to wake up in the morning. If the bombs would fly and I'd be dead in the morning. Thankfully, I woke up, and I've been waking up for the last several years. But now we're at that point. No one's really talking about this, but we are in a position where we might be looking at the possibility of some sort of nuclear something or other happening in this country. And I am scared. I am scared crapless. Among all the other things I'm scared about right now, I'm scared about this. Um, how are you feeling about this? If you're on Twitter, post a comment attached to this. If you are on um, Twitch, you can go ahead and do that too. Leave a message where we are on YouTube, Radio Don 1. We're at POLYBI, the number 2 on Twitter. And on Twitch, we are at Radio Don 55. We need to do something and take care of the squirrel that you're seeing down there. But those are the places where you can follow us. If you think that we're doing something that you feel is worth it, you can also go to paypal.me/radiodon and throw a little something in the kitty. You can also, if you have the Cash App, go to the Cash App and send something to $Radio Don. I'd like to thank the people who are watching us live and anybody else who is going to be listening to this on the replay. Something else I just wanted to mention. Throughout the day, I've been seeing posts on Twitter about Rudy Giuliani, and there were posts that said that Rudy Giuliani was definitely going to give full cooperation to the 1-6 committee, which surprises me. So I went and tried to find the story that would confirm that. There is no confirmation that he was doing that. The committee is saying that they fully expected he would do that, but he hasn't said a word. There has been no positive confirmation about whether he's going to do that. And until that happens, I will not say anything about that, except for this. And I am as guilty as anybody else on social media, or as I would call it, unsocial media. And just, posting something that I heard on TV and as if it was the truth. It really isn't unless you have something to back it up. And if you're watching this on Twitter, I'm talking directly to you guys. If you're going to post something that says that this is going to happen and say, oh, yes, it was on MSNBC, have a link ready. If you have a link that says that he did this, or that Giuliani is going to definitely testify, or whatever it is that this is going to happen or has happened or whatever, do myself and everybody else who's following you a favor. Try to find a link that would verify it. All the links I have found in terms of the Giuliani story was, we expect him to do it. Nothing concrete that says that he would. Nothing concrete saying that he would. Now, I, like most of the people who are following me on social media, would love to see Rudy, turn on the charm glow and get barbecued by the committee. I can't wait to see that happen, but don't get people's hopes up by saying, well, this is going to happen, when it turns out that it may not. Until I see a date in which Rudy Giuliani sits down in front of the committee or in front of the camera and presents testimony and answers questions, it ain't happening. Okay? It's not happening until it happens. So if you're going to say, hey, Rudy's going to testify, find me a link. That's the one thing I always try to do. I'm not as 100% that I've done this, but I try to at least back up anything I say with a link to the story. Now, you may not necessarily agree with the position of the originator of that link. For instance, if I posted something that came from Fox News, you may think, oh, it's Fox News, but at least you know where it came from. At least you know where it came from. So basically, that's what I wanted to say about that. There are a lot of things I would love to say right now about some of the things that have been going on for the last 3 or 4 weeks. I've said most of them on Twitter. You can find me in one of two places, mostly POLYBI, the number two. There's also another Twitter that I do, which is DLP247. And that's where I'm probably most active right now with stuff like this. My Facebook is down here. I'm still trying to figure out other places. If you want to follow us on Twitch, we are Radio Don 55. 55 is the year I was born. And past that, that's it for right now. It is now 9:19. I've wasted about 17 minutes of your time. I hope that you have a good evening. I'm going to bed, and hopefully we'll be able to talk soon. Take care, everybody.